And what do you believe is the single most significant fashion trend of the 90s that still influences designers today?
Creativity.
Which style spoke out to you?
Well, I think it was not one person or one style. It was just a moment where everything was changing, whether it was the influence of Galliano or McQueen or Madonna. It just was a moment when all kinds of cultures were coming together and breaking things down and making it less stuffy, to be honest. So it was a very creative time, and I think that's really what everyone responds to, and it's why designers and journalists keep going back to that period, because it was such a creative moment.
Who was your favourite designer of the 90s?
Oh my gosh, so hard to say. I mean, we're going to see tonight all those iconic. It's more about those moments, I think. The music videos, like the crossing over between fashion and culture and life and the energy of the moment. I think all the designers were at their best then. So,
For you, what was the wildest and most memorable moment of the 90s?
oh my goodness. I just want to say Spice Girls. Spice Girls forever.
Which designer most influenced you? Which 90s designer?
It's so difficult. I would say probably Alexander McQueen. I think I loved McQueen because the showmanship of everything that he did, he really pioneered himself on building a world and an atmosphere and less about just a garment. So I think I took away so much of the kind of theatricality that he did into kind of my work today.
Which trend were you most influenced by, or was your favourite trend of the 90s?
I kind of love that people had a bit more, I want to say playful fun with their bodies. The transparency, the sheer, the bump stir, all this idea of, you showing cleavage, crack, naked. I think, it was a fun time where I think people just like use fashion more as like this mere accessory just to be themselves and less about, I'm getting dressed for the office. Again, I was alive, but I wasn't going out to parties in the 90s.
Do you have a favourite trend from the 90s that you'd like to see come back today?
Yes, I think all those incredibly simple but not so simple in construction dresses. Evening dresses are wonderful.
Like Calvin Klein?
Yes.
What's the trend from the 90s? You'd love to see make a comeback, and one you'd rather use in the 90s?
Well, it kind of made a comeback because we used to wear Wet n Wild. I don't know if you remember that. And it was like if you were a brown girl, you wore frosted brownie liner and lipstick. And so I brought it back. The dark liner with the lighter lip. What else? I do love flannel. So there's that. Yeah.
And which 90s designer do you think defines the decade and why?
Oh, geez. I mean, I think a lot about Tommy Hilfiger. I think about Kadada and Aaliyah, and they were really, they created culture.
Do you say it's your least favourite trend?
I mean, I was in the thick of it. I graduated high school in '91, so I went through a very heavy Umbro short Birkenstock, like neon scrunchy phase. Not my finest hour, but I was dedicated to it.